Welcoming Patrick to the Hall of Fame is John Thompson. Ladies and gentlemen, Patrick Ewing.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank my fellow class of '08, well deserved. I'd also like to recognize all the alumni of the Hall of Fame. It's ironic that a young kid from Kingston, Jamaica can come to this United States and excel at a sport. I would like to thank Richard Burton, the first person who put the basketball in my hand. He and I was on the park watching these guys playing basketball. As a 12-and-a-half-year-old kid, they needed another body, so he asked me to play. Told them I didn't know how to play, but they just needed someone else to help them. So I played the game, and I found out that I loved it, and it's been in my blood ever since. I also like to thank Steve Jenkins, my first coach, my grade school coach. He taught me everything I know about basketball in terms of who Bill Russell was, how to shoot a jump shot, how to box out. You know, we call him Santa Claus because now he's all white hair, you know, gray hair, mustache, looks just like Santa Claus. I love you too. I love you too. I'd also like to thank Tim Mahoney, my freshman coach, Bull Dalton, my AAU coach, Mike Jarvis, coached me for 3 years. He added to everything that Mr. Jenkins have taught me. Both of them put their heads together when I was a young man and helped me to become the player that I became. I also like to thank my main man, John Thompson, all the professors, presidents, students, alumni of Georgetown University. Coach Thompson, thank you for letting me come to Georgetown a boy and leaving a man. It was one of the best 4 years of my life. I'd also like to thank the trainers, Laurie Michaels, the president, past and present, athletic directors, past and present, and all my teammates. Some of them are here in the audience. I see Ralph Dalton, I see Reggie Williams, Michael Jackson, Ron Blaylock, John Bebe Doran. I'd like to thank all of y'all because without you guys, there would be no Georgetown University, then there would be no Patrick Ewing. I'd also like to thank my brothers in arms, Mr. Alonzo Mourning, Dikembe Mutombo. It's funny, Dikembe tell the story about how I taught him, or the work ethic, or whatever he said, because from the first day that I met this man, I could not understand a word that he was saying. You know, Coach Thompson called me up. I was at home in Maryland. I might have been in New Jersey. And he said, son, there's this boy we have to get. This young boy, his name is Alonzo Mourning. I need you to ride up to Princeton, New Jersey, to the Nike camp and come to meet him. He looks up to you. I want you to come. So I piled in myself, my wife at the time, my kids, my nephews. We all rode up to Princeton. He showed me this young kid on the floor stretching. Like you said, I went down. I wasn't able to say too much to him, but I made sure that he knew that I was there. Went and shook his hands, and it was there. Came to Georgetown, and look at the fine man that he's turned out to be. I'd also like to thank the New York Knicks organization, the owners, the general managers, the coaches, the media people, every one of you for helping me to become Patrick Ewing. I had a great relationship with the people in New York, the coaching staff. You know, it's funny. We had a great run in New York. You know, it started out with Dave DeBusschere drafting me. You saw the footage. One of the best days of my life. Ernie Grunfeld, Dave Checketts. They brought in this guy from out of LA, this winner. That was the big title, named Pat Riley. Brought stability back to. Thank you. Brought stability back to the organization. But I really want to thank all the coaches that I've played for throughout my 15 years in New York, starting with Hubie Brown. Hubie, I know you're in here. Bob Hill, Rick Pitino, Stu Jackson, John McLeod, you know, Pat Riley I spoke on, Jeff Van Gundy. I see you out there. I'm glad you don't have the bags under your eyes today. All the players that played with me. I see Herb, John Starks. I know Mark Jackson, can't forget you. I love those highlight passes you was throwing me. There's been many more. I'm not sure who else is here in the audience. If I missed you, I'm sorry. But without you guys, there is no New York Knicks. There's no Patrick Ewing. Thank you very much. You're not only my teammates, but you also were my friends, and I thank you. I'd also like to thank the staff, Mike Saunders, Tim Walsh, Greg Brittenham, Dr. Norma Scott, all the doctors who helped to put me back together. People don't realize that the toll that it takes on the body to play in the NBA. And if you see a lot of interviews that I did after the games, I was always encased in ice. All the media people, Laurie Hamamoto, thank you all. Xavier McDowell was supposed to be, I'm not sure if he's here, but I just want to thank all you. I started a new chapter in my life after 17 years in the NBA. And if I was playing, when I was playing, if you asked me, Patrick, what do you want to do when you're finished playing? And if you say coaching, I'd be, hell no. No, the only coaching I want to do is be coaching my son and my daughters. But I got a great opportunity from Michael Jordan and Doug Collins to start to coach. My first year in Washington after I retired, and it was the best experience of my life. From Washington, I moved to Houston, where I made up with an old friend, Jeff Van Gundy. You know, we both started out in New York as boys, and we developed a great bond and a great friendship. And I'd like to thank you for all your help. From Houston, I wound up in Orlando. I know, the Van Gundys, they must love me. You know, I got the call from Stan Van Gundy. It was ironic because I had just came out of the hospital. I had rotator cuff surgery. And I got the call, and Stan was like, Patrick, you know, I know you wanted to take some more time off, but I think you can help my staff. I said, Coach, I just got out of the hospital, but give me a couple of days and I'll let you know. But I joined the staff. It was one of the best year of my life last year. I'd like to thank you, Stan, Otis. Thank you for bringing me aboard. And I also like to thank my brothers, the assistant coaches, all the assistant coaches that I played with, played for, all the assistant coaches who are assistants with me, starting with Johnny Bob, Larry Drew, Brian James, Steve Clifford, Tom Thibodeau, Andy Greer, Bob Byers, Brendan Malone, and even you too, Mike, even though you was a pain in my butt that first year. But thank you. You guys have helped me and showed me what it takes to be an assistant coach in this league, and I just want to thank you. I also want to thank David Falk, Brenda Dews, Barbara Allen. You guys have helped me not only in negotiating contracts or whatever tedious things you had to help me with, but you've been there for me throughout the years, and I just want to take this time to thank you very much. My friends, I mentioned Richard Burton, Errol Hudson, Ardell Callender, Valentino Robinson. All you guys have been there with me from the beginning. Young snotty-nosed Jamaican who came to this country and did something special. And if any time you thought I was getting a big head, you made sure you put me right back in my place. I'd also like to thank my family, my mother and my father. My father's here, my mom has passed on, for bringing me to this country. You know, when they told us that we were coming to America, I was just like any other immigrant who've come to this country. You think of America being the streets that's paved with gold, or you're going to come here and make something of yourself. And I'd like to thank you very much for bringing me here and helping me to make something of myself. I'd also like to thank my brother, my sister, my brother Carl, my sister Lastina, Pauline, Rosemarie, Carlene, Barbara. Thank you all for being there, to supporting me through thick and thin. I'd also like to thank my kids. I love y'all. They told me not, if I cry, so I can't cry. I love y'all. Y'all are the best things to ever happen to me. Patrick, Randy, Corey, and then little baby Alexis. I love y'all very, very much. I'd also like to thank the fans. We've had a love-hate relationship throughout the years. But I think that you've showed me that you respected what I brought to the table. Every time I see you, no matter where I am, you appreciated that I came and worked and gave it 110%, and I thank you. And I know a lot of people have said it earlier that, growing up, coming from Jamaica, moving to Cambridge, Massachusetts, and taking field trips to the museum, and never really thinking or thought that one day that I'd be enshrined in here, and people for generations would be coming here and see all the things that not only myself, but all these great people who are going in with me have accomplished. This is truly a dream come true, and I thank you very much.